The dumbest shit people say about black hair.
And if ever, and I do mean ever, there is some dumb shit to say about black hair, then check out this video of a technician doing a consultation for Mizani's new scientifically proven air cut method.
Never had a curly cut before? No. Okay, so what I see, do you see this shorter piece right here? And then you see how it drops to your length? What I'm guessing is, look at your shrinkage. So this piece, when your hair is cut, if it's cut wet or cut straight, all brought down together is the same length. Which is why then you have the shrinkage and it shrinks all the way up to here because it lives here, it doesn't live down.
Okay, so y'all saw this is all about my review of Mizani's Aircut consultation. Y'all can check it out on Instagram. I'm going to drop the video or the link to the Instagram in the chat so y'all can see the entire Mizani Aircut page, all right?
I've had a curly cut before. No.
So part one, the question is, have you had a curly haircut before? Now, I know curly haircuts are the thing because textured hair is now the thing. As if we don't have anything else to do in our industry, but textured hair is going to be the it girl, the BMOC, the big man on campus, all right? So when it comes to curly cuts, guys, what makes them different from any other hair cutting technique? That's just it. It's a technique. So there are many people who call themselves master cutters, master designers, and they create different methodologies of how to cut human fibers. And so curly haircuts are just the latest thing that's happening in our industry right now. And Mizani has their science of cutting curly hair called Aircuts. All right, that's number one.
What I see, do you see this shorter piece right here?
Y'all see my face now, okay? So what I see, do you see this shorter piece? I'm trying to contain my what the French toast and bologna sandwiches going on here. That piece that she's talking about up here, it is not actually shorter. It's just sitting up top. We call this the apex. It's not shorter. I'm a little confused.
And you see how it drops to your length?
And then you see how it goes drop to your length. Now remember, she previously stated that it was already what? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. She just said in the previous clip this was what? Shorter, okay? You can pause it and go back. She said this part was shorter. Now she wants her to see how it's going to drop to her length. No, it is not going to drop to her length because Afro hair goes up. It goes up. It's not going to drop to the length. Okay, we'll be back. Just rock with me now.
What I'm guessing is, look at your shrinkage.
What I guess I'm looking at is your shrinkage. All right, now you guys subscribe to the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel, right? If you haven't, you need to right now, because on this channel we know that in Afro Hair Science we do not use that word called what? Shrinkage. All right, so here we go. It's kind of like what we say to her. All right, so this white girl, black people say this too, but anywho, she's saying to her, what I guess I'm looking at is your shrinkage. So when we look at their hair, do we say to them, what I'm looking at is your flat hair or your straight hair? No, we don't use terms like that, right? So why are we saying that her hair is shrinking? It's not shrinking, it's just the hair living in its space as Afro hair. That's all. She's comparing it to her hair, which she should not be doing, and that's why she's struggling, and she's just fumbling over those words because she knows she's not been trained properly in what she's doing. Come on, the Hair Oracle says it all the time. She's making it up as she goes along. You don't have to do that. You don't have to make it up as you go along. There is a such thing as Afro hair science.
So this piece, when your hair is cut, if it's cut wet or cut straight, all brought down together, is the same length.
So this piece, when your hair is cut and it's cut wet or cut straight, is the same length. Now remember, the Mizani air cutting technique is grounded in science. I'm not quite sure the science of cut straight is the same length, because scientifically all fibers are not the same length. The purpose of the haircut is to create a design on the fabric, giving it the optical illusion of whatever design the designer is trying to create, which to the naked eye may look like it's all the same length. So I'm not quite sure. I don't work for Mizani. I'm not quite sure. But I think what they're trying to sell on the air cutting is no stretching on the hair. That you're going to be able to comb this hair as is, and you're going to be able to cut it and let it just be. And you could do that, but most people are going to stretch the fabric in some capacity, either to braid it, straighten it out, maybe add some hair to it. And I don't think all the fibers being the same length is really an issue with anybody. And instead of just saying that it's a free-form haircut, that you can just artistically express your texture, they're just hyping it up as Aircut. Hey, we all got to get paid out here. But at the end of the day, you're going to put tension on the hair, be it wet or dry, straight or curly, free-form or not. You have to do something to pull the fabric to create whatever design you want to create. That's it.
Then you have the shrinkage.
Which is then, I still got my notes here, okay? Which is then why you have the shrinkage. That is not why she has the shrinkage. Her hair is not shrinking. It's Afro hair. And that is what Afro hair does. When it's up here, it sticks up. When it's out here, it lifts up. When it's down here, right, because the follicles and everything is pointed downward, and also you're below the what? Where my cosmetologists and barbers at? You're below the occipital. So that hair is automatically going to be coming down, but depending on the texture, it might be coming what? Up, all right? Or it might be going all the way back to the scalp, all right? That's not shrinking. It's not napping. It's just how the hair is. It's Afro texture hair. It's frowing. If anything it's doing, it's frowing. But it is not shrinking. She does not have shrinkage. She has Afro hair, and what she's doing is she's comparing it to straight hair, which is not really a good thing to do. All right, one more point, one more.
Brings all the way up to here because it lives here, it doesn't live down.
And it shrinks all the way up to here because it lives here to live down here, so to blend.
What you talking about, Willis?
No, it does not. No, 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 no. The hair does not want to live up here, live down there, live down. It's where the follicle is placed, is on the top of the head. So that's really the conversation that she should be having, probably with an instructor instead of the person in the chair who probably is like, ain't nobody got time for that. Girl, what are you talking about? Just doing a little bit too much there. Afro hair, the question that people want to know about it is, why does it actually stand up? So we know a lot of people say, well, it defies gravity. Well, it's not really defying gravity. It's really the protein structure. They do teach us this in cosmetology school. I know people are like, no, they don't. Yes, they do, but do we apply the knowledge? That's the question. Are we lazy intellectuals, or are we being lazy with our intellectualism? That's something that the Hair Oracle challenges all of us here on the Afro Hair Science platform, which is why we have this podcast called what? The Dumbest Shit that people say about black hair. We're not trying to really be like condescending. what we're doing is we're making kind of like light of what people are missing that's like staring them right in their face. So the Afro hair has a unique combination of protein, bonds, and structure, which is why it stands up. To the naked eye or to lazy intellectualism, we will say things like it defies gravity. Now, I'm not a physicist or anything like that. I'm just telling you it is. Afro textured hair has a unique protein bond that makes it wiggle, that makes it like springy. That's all of that is the protein. It's a fiber. All humans have the keratin protein, but the Afro hair has a very unique set of protein structure where it doesn't, just lie flat or straight like people who don't have Afro hair. And I think that's the conversation that we should be having around Afro hair instead of always trying to compare it to straight hair. She's trying to take a straight hair cutting technique of combing the hair down, and she's applying it to the textured hair. You can do the technique. Don't get it twisted. You can take Afro hair and stretch it like you can do any other texture, right? And you can just cut it regardless. It could be in an angle, whatever. But to make it seem like this shrinkage has something to do with whatever it is she's trying to explain, she's just really like out of her zone. So I hope you enjoyed my critique. I want to post this video across all the platforms, and then you guys tell me what you think. I'm not here to say Mizani's Aircut is like a bad technique or the methodology and the science is bad. I don't work for Mizani. I've never been trained by that, though I am very skeptical of cutting hair with pruning or dog shears. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. We do have curved shears in our industry, but I mean, we got to make money, so I'm not knocking any of that, but it just is like, just putting that against in the backdrop of textured hair, it's like it's working my nerves, you know what I'm saying? All right, so that's it. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. And that's my critique on the consultation that the young lady gave to the other young lady, well, the cosmetologist, to her customer about this phenomenon of shrinkage as she gets ready to give her an Aircut. So go check them out over on Instagram. That's Mizani_Aircuts. All right, guys. Deuces.
The dumbest shit people say about black hair.
Oh my God. Thanks so much for watching that video with me. If you could bear it, don't forget, hit the thumbs up button. We'll see you in the chat every Monday. Let's have some discourse and talk about this. Something is going on, y'all. I know I ain't the only one that's going crazy. Drop your comments in the chat.